सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्त गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् अहेयमनुपादेयं मनोवाचामगोचरम् अप्रमेयमनाद्यन्तं ब्रह्मपूर्णं महन्मः। अप्रमेयम्. The subject matter is not available through any means of knowledge, any available means of knowledge. See, based on knowledge, human beings, they perform varieties of activities based on knowledge. Without knowing, you can't do anything. And this system of knowledge, it involves three things. One is the outside world. The second is your means of knowledge, sense organs, and mind. Mind is the place where knowledges take place. All the knowledges take place in the mind. You know things in the mind alone. With the help of the sense organs, you have got the knowledge of the external world, plus your own body and mind itself also. You know about your mind also, that there is love, affection, then hatred, and everything is there. So you are the witness to all these things. This is the system. And this is complete in human beings. Compared it to other living beings, you can see that the system of knowledge is complete in human beings. So you need an object outside, and for that a means has got to be there. Like take for example, a rose is there, a red rose is there. It has got to be outside. Hardly people pay attention to that. Without the external world, this body is meaningless. It doesn't exist at all. It cannot. It's a product of external world. So it's all a circle-like thing, circle-like thing. Food has got to become like this. Food, external world has external world. The food has to become like this. Food doesn't become a child. Food directly doesn't become a child, but food becomes a child with a certain process. What do you call? What are you talking about? Food is becoming a child. Yes, you see, it has been written in the scripture. Food becomes a living organism. The food, the essence from the food. What do we mean by the creative capacity? What do you mean by the creative capacity? It is the essence of the food, you can say. Just like your blood and flesh and bone. Do you see how the same food becomes soft like your eye and all, and similarly the heart like the bone. The same food, the paddy, brinjal, the pumpkin, and those things are looking. They become like this. That includes their bitter gourd also. So the clay doesn't taste bitter, but without clay, bitter gourd cannot come. See the uniqueness of the Lord. You have to appreciate the things, each and everything you can appreciate the presence of the Lord. The clay is not bitter, but the bitter gourd is bitter. It has been given the capacity to extract that bitterness from the earth. Similarly, the sweetness from the earth is sucked by sugarcane, some mango trees. So the external world is responsible for the existence of a human body. Relatively, you can say. An external world, in order to know a system has been given, the mind and a set of sense organs, because they report things. Okay, so now this external world is object. You objectify things, and you are the knower. Knower. Given the principle of knowledge, you become the knower. I know things. The person who knows is you are the knower. Now, these three things do not exist in the truth. That is what the word aprameyam meaning of the word aprameyam is it is that it is not available for your knowledge. You cannot know this. How you cannot know this? If you cannot know this, then meaningless. I cannot know the Lord. I cannot know the cause of the creation. Suppose you say like this, then your search is meaningless. And you ask people of all time, all over the world, how many people will accept, yes, we can know the source of the universe. We can know the source of the universe. How many people can know? Hardly a handful will come out. And they have been trying in the wrong direction. Some people are trying in the wrong direction. They call it scientists. They call them scientists. They are trying to explore what could be the source of the universe. Go deep into the space. Some people they plan to go deep into the space, send some spacecraft deep into the space. There's nothing deep into the space, dear. The star you see, you see from the farthest star that is there, from there I can just imagine. You put yourself there in that farthest star, and from that star you look at the earth. It will be the same farthest. There is nothing of farthest in the universe. You don't have that understanding. That is the problem. So searching the source of the universe with the help of the external world, that is not possible. You cannot search the source of the universe. You cannot arrive at the truth of the universe by analysis of the external world. It is futile. Analysis of the external world, the objects that we see, inert objects and sentient objects. Do you find mind outside? It's all nonsense. What do you say? We can't. It's not possible to find mind outside. Mind also is the one of the creations, no? One of the creations. Then when you are talking about the source of the universe, then it should be it's the source of the mind also. So we can say one thing: whatever is the source of the subtlest thing, whatever subtlest thing we know, and that is the source of that subtlest thing, that should be the source of the universe. Why do you call subtlest thing? Because gross comes from subtle alone. Gross comes from subtle alone. Water comes from air alone. Air is subtler than water. It is more pervasive than water you see. So the more the subtler this object is, it becomes difficult to appreciate. You can see the water, but you can't see the air because it is subtler than the water. That is the system. So that's why Your sense organs do not play any role with respect to your mind. Eye cannot see your mind. Ear cannot hear your mind. Tongue cannot taste the mind itself. Do you know? We all know, but you don't pay attention. And it's not there, you cannot say. And if there is any source of the universe, it has got to be the source of the mind also, which is very subtle, as we know. And it has been said in Bhagavad Gita that you cannot hold this the mind. You cannot control the mind. You cannot catch hold of the mind. Yeah, you cannot catch hold of the mind. It's very difficult, says the seeker. Hmm. Disciple says like that in the disciple in the Gita. It's very difficult for me to have control over the mind. Impossible, he says. Yeah, almost impossible. And the Lord there, he accepts and tells him, see, that's correct. It's no doubt it's correct. But see one thing, if you try in the right direction and understand the reality about the external world, then slowly, with the passing of time, you will have certain say over the mind. And you cannot stop functioning of the mind. It's a flow of thought. Mind is nothing but a flow of thought. You need to give the direction. You cannot say that there shouldn't be any wave in the ocean. It is meaningless. Just imagining that there shouldn't be any waves in the ocean, it is meaningless. Similarly, there won't be any thoughts in the mind. It's meaningless. They will be there till the last breath. And you have to discover there is no problem in having the thoughts. Then only you will be happy. So, anyway, this external world is experienced by us with the help of the sense organs, and we act accordingly. Who is coming? My father is coming. What is there? There is a dog out there. We know and act accordingly. And with respect to external world also, I tell you, with respect to external world also, as you said a a few minutes earlier, external world, the water is there, we can see there is water there. But external world, the air also is there, but we cannot say, I see this here. I cannot say. I understand the air because the leaves are shaking. Therefore, there must be wind. The air is called wind because when it blows, it's called wind. So it's not invisible stuff. See, air is invisible stuff, but you can infer that there is air based on the activities outside. Your breathing also is there, and based on that, you can see there is air outside. So everybody knows air is outside, but nobody sees. What do I mean? Whatever you experience, everything is you'll be able to see. It is not like that. So how do you imagine that you can see the Lord or the source of the universe when air you are not able to see? Eh? So then, what to talk of space? It's not available for your eyesight. Not even any sound coming from the space. So, but without that, nothing will exist that you can understand. So, this air not being available for your eyesight is not your problem. You have to discover the air not being available for your eyesight is not your problem. It is the system. Similarly, this space and also your mind. Mind is available for what? Mind is not available for any sense organs. Why it is like this? This is how it is. Doesn't mean these things do not exist. So, when all the sense organs they don't have any role to play in order to know the mind, who will know the mind? Mind knows itself. Mind knows itself that it is there. So I was very angry that yesterday I was very angry with that person. I said I was very angry with that person yesterday. So when I was very angry, I remember a certain emotion. It's not the same emotion like love, affection, hatred, etc. It's one type of emotions. We know that very clearly. And this type of emotions, they are given different names all over. Different names they will get, but definitely they know what happens when such emotion is there inside you. When you're angry means you are trembling, your eyes are red, etc. All these things they do happen. BP will increase, blood pressure. See the relationship between your mind and your body. The doctor will advise, don't be angry. To the person who is having BP, blood pressure is high, so he will give the advice. See, you are in problem, so don't be angry. Don't be angry. And he understands. Doctor very well understands what problem he faces because he has also got the same problem. He has got the same problem, and he cannot control his anger. How can you control your anger? You just tell me. This is not an advice, I tell you. This is not an advice. Please don't be angry. Is this an advice? Suppose I tell you, don't be angry, and I'm scolding you right in front of you. I keep scolding you, and I said, don't be angry. so, so how is it going to work? Huh? I'm scolding, I may not scold you. What I mean is, when there are causes for anger, anger will be there. Suppose I say, now you start becoming angry, you're not going to be angry. Even if I say you start becoming angry, you're not going to be angry. But if there is a cause outside for anger, then you will be angry definitely. Given the situation, you will be angry. So that anger comes not taking your permission. Anger doesn't come take your permission to come up. It happens. Anger happens. Jealousy happens. Mm. Then hatred happens. Love, affection, all these things they do happen. Then what do you do then? You feel helpless. Yeah, you do feel helpless. Many times you do feel helpless. So what should I do then? Then you have to analyze. You have to analyze and slowly, because it's not a one day affair. You have to practice it till the last breath. Our teachers they have told us. Spiritual teachers they have told us. See, you have to uh, be awake to this reality till your last breath. It's not a problem practicing it. Why? Because how long you will eat, suppose I say, how long you will eat. This is not a question generally asked by anybody. Nobody asks such questions. Okay. So suppose I ask you, how long you will eat? Automatically, as long as life is there and the body is capable. Similarly, as long as you are alive, the emotions are bound to come. But whether you have got a say over the emotions or not, that is important. That having a say over the emotions, if suppose you have that capacity, then what will happen? You are not available for any wrongdoing. Life will be smooth because you are not crushed by the emotions, but given the small little bit of emotion, whatever is there, the intensity not being there, you can take proper action. You can take proper steps. You can do right things. You can analyze. See, angry person doesn't have the capacity to analyze anything, and out of anger you can do anything. So they do it. Out of anger, the person did such a thing that he is spending his rest of his life in the jail. These things do happen. Sudden outburst of anger, and the person lands up in jail forever. Entire life he is inside the jail just for once. And he was a very nice person, people say, but he couldn't control his anger. And why you cannot control the lot of things you have to analyze. See, somebody is your, so he's a family member, suppose, let's say he's a family member, and he's not obeying anybody. He keeps drinking and doing all the nonsense. So what do you do here? What do you do? You'll be angry because all the other family members, they are living very nicely, they are doing their duties, and they are not doing wrong things, but this fellow does wrong things also. What can you do? You have to analyze, dear. There is no other way. Each and every individual is unique. See, the appearances of all. Each and every individual is special. I'm not like my wife. My wife is not like myself. My children are not like me. I'm not like my children. And anybody else for that matter. When the appearances are different, what to talk of, they might naturally the likeness will be different. The priorities of life will be different. What I should do in life, you just ask. Children in the school ask, what do you want to become? I have not seen, of course. Do you want to become a sadhu or a monastic? Do you want to become a ascetic? Nobody will accept. Nobody will accept. I want to do something great. What do you mean by great? Given the society, whatever people call great, they want to become like that. Given the society, I'm telling. In today's society, I don't know about tomorrow. So anyway, so you are being angry because the person is not obeying. So you have to take action because he is disturbing. And what type of action you will take? You will take. You see, whatever is appropriate so that things can be normalized. You have to take action. But being angry is not the solution. Being angry is not the solution. And you have to understand that why he is out here in your family. Why is not in any other family? He happens to be here in your family. And you are also responsible for you are also responsible. You are the sole responsible, I'm telling. You are also responsible for that because he has got his own things to be settled. That's why he is in your family. You are with him. So has got certain responsibility. You are supposed to be here in a family. You see the family members, the neighbors family, they have got nine in number, nine family members, and you have got seven, suppose. Why, dear? Why not they have got the seven and you have got the nine? Understand it. What you understand is the Lord decided that the neighbor's family will have nine members and yours will have seven. The Lord decided it like this. Lord means conscious factor, you have to understand because no Lord is going to tell you that I've done it like this. Just like I've told many times, when you stand in front of the mirror, you see your face. If you can appreciate that this is unique, so unique that it doesn't exist. There is no second in this world like this face, this so unique. Why? Because the Lord wanted this to become like this. The Lord wanted this become to like this. Nothing else. You can understand this, appreciate this. So, taking appropriate action is not wrong, but when you are angry, you don't assimilate the reality. The truth is like this. Why not anybody else in your home? This fellow is there, he is a disturbing person. Why? Because this is how you are supposed to experience. You are supposed to experience. So you cannot blame anybody. Wrong, you understand. Take action, but you cannot blame. Once you blame means anger will come. Yeah. So mosquito beat you, suppose. A mosquito bites you. Now, if mosquito bites you and you get malaria, who is responsible? Mosquito. If you may be angry, you may kill the mosquito. Doesn't matter. It's small little thing. It cannot fly away anyway. So because it is filled with his stomach is full, so so it cannot fly away. It will just be there to be bitten, to be thrashed. You can say to be thrashed, and it will be killed. But the mosquito is supposed to be there, and if it bites, maybe you will have malaria. Possible. It has happened so many times to many people. So, are the mosquitoes responsible or you are responsible? If you make the mosquitoes responsible, you try to kill all the mosquitoes. Okay, they do kill. Or they put some net outside and stay inside. Okay, that also you can do. But entire life you cannot stay inside the mosquito net, no? You have to work. So when the mosquito bites you and you are having the fever, and suppose you are angry, you are sad, then that is not the solution. You're not going to going to be comfortable like that, thinking like that. I deserve that. Why not this fever came last year or last month or a week before? The wish of the Lord. Unseen factor. Do you think unseen factor? Why is the rain is happening here and not there, just 1 kilometer away? It's raining here and not raining 1 kilometer away. Why? This is how it's supposed to see the unseen factor alone, the appreciation of the unseen factor. You don't see, but you don't dismiss. Nobody sees the Lord, but nobody can dismiss the Lord. Yeah, like almost 99% I can say people don't see the Lord, but they cannot dismiss the Lord because so many things that happen, and they cannot find out the cause why it is happening like this. You just tell me why the earth is rotating, why there are living organisms in the earth, why not in the moon? There are so many whys there. So when you don't have any answer, the answer is the Lord. Why the sun is rising in the east and setting in the west? Why not north and south? There are so many questions. So many questions will arise, and answer is one: Lord's wish. You cannot do anything. And Lord's wish, and I surrender to the wish of the Lord. I see that there is malaria, and I see things have been provided outside, just like there is hunger and food outside. I've got hunger, I'll take food outside from outside. Similarly, there is a disease, malaria. Then what I should do is whatever our ancestor they have found out that this is useful for this. Okay, I take it, no problem. But not being angry, you can do that. Not being angry because this is how I deserve this. I deserve to have this fever, and I will take appropriate treatment. Similarly, I deserve to have hunger. I will take appropriate food. No problem. I deserve to have this problem. Yes. If somebody takes up the responsibility happily, he can alone have almost complete say over his emotions. Almost, I'm telling you, almost. It's not complete, but almost complete. If it is almost complete, then you are a liberated person. That is how it is written in the scripture. Nobody can imagine a situation or in the life one will never be angry or other emotions are not going to come. You cannot say, but almost 100% you can say, 99% I can just. So if you can grow after that, so you take up the responsibility yourselves. You don't blame anybody. Just like I'm responsible for having this type of a body, male or female, whatever it is. Similarly, whenever there is some problem, internal or external, it is I who am responsible for that and nobody else. So I do not blame anybody in life. That should be my aim. So when I don't blame anybody, anger will be reduced definitely. Earlier I used to blame is because of this fellow I have suffered so much. I said no, he is instrumental in nature. He is instrumental. You had some of your past actions because of your past actions. You are supposed to experience such things. So this is how the scripture gives you the direction so that if you think in that manner, a time will come when you can remain cool, almost cool, and then this knowledge will take place. So, mind knows itself, starting from things outside. Through the eye, you see things. Then, suppose I say, Om Namah Shivaya, or not, no, just let me say, there is red rose is there. We can see, we all can see red rose. Red, it is looking red, it is not there. Red rose is not there, but I can see, you can see. Why? Because there is the capacity of the mind. You can see the red rose without without the existence of any external object. Just you are hearing from me alone. You are hearing from me and you are seeing the red rose. You can see the peacock, everything. Why? Because there is the capacity of the mind. So the mind and the mind knows itself that it is happening like this. We can say one part of the mind knowing that this is happening. So I saw a peacock in the mind. Just like in the dream, in the dream I saw like this. Etc. We say after getting up. So similarly, even this particular knowledge of seeing a peacock or red rose, there is an object of the same mind, of course, doesn't exist outside, but even then, it is available for my knowledge. Yeah, when you told me see a rose, I saw it. When you told me see a peacock, I saw a peacock. You can say like this. Now, suppose you say uh, so think about consciousness. It's not an object. Consciousness is not an object. Suppose I say, think of the thing from which the mind comes. Think of this. You don't have any object there, but you cannot dismiss. A thinking person cannot dismiss that mind is functioning because of something. You cannot dismiss. Suppose you just don't think of anything for some time. What is there? The scripture says there is nothing you cannot say, and that the scripture said is consciousness, and that is not available for your sense organs, not available for your mind. But one thing can be done: the mind can dissolve into that consciousness. That is called the knowledge of the self knowledge, and that self knowledge is the cause of liberation. Liberation means not having any sorrow for anything in life. That is called liberation. Not birth, death, etc. No question of sorrow, because why? Only one thing is there in the universe, and there is nothing, no second. So it is aprameyam when the scripture is telling this word, aprameyam, it is not available for any knowledge. Means what? Not as an object, you can know it. So how do you know? You can know as yourself. In fact, what we are talking about the cause of the creation is we are talking about you. The wave is telling again and again, see, I'm a small little wave, I'll go away after some time because I came just a few seconds before. Going to go away after a few seconds. So I'm a mortal wave. The wave is telling. The another knowledgeable wave he is telling, see, you're not the wave, you're the water. You are the water. Water never comes, never goes. Similarly, the mind which understands, or the person, who can say, the person who understands the sea, you are not the human being. You are the consciousness. You are not the doctor. You are not the engineer. You are not the cultivator. You are not any sadhu or sadhu or nothing. You are simply consciousness. And when it is appreciated by the person who is listening to it, that I am consciousness, and this consciousness is all pervasive. Why it is called all pervasive? Because entire universe it envelops, including space. And when this knowledge takes place for a fraction of a second, it is given in the scripture, for a fraction of a second, this knowledge takes place, and it removes the ignorance about the universe, about yourself. It is one consciousness. Entire universe, yourself, and everything is one consciousness. This type of knowledge does not require any subject-object relationship. This knowledge never requires any subject-object relationship, because only the truth is there. What is the question of subject and object? Just like tell me in the dream, what is the question of subject and object after getting up, after waking up from the dream? You don't find any subject object both look the same thing, same consciousness. Similarly, the entire universe is one consciousness, and when the entire universe is one consciousness, there is no problem at all, and the life living becomes smooth. You live the way the rest of your life, whatever is there. So this sort of knowledge also is possible, that should be known. Just like what things cannot be, what all things can be made out of clay, what all things may be made out of stone, what all things can be made out of tree. We have got the thinking power. Similarly, given this thinking power, what all things we can achieve in life, what all things we can understand, external world, mind itself, plus the source of the mind. Everything can be understood. And when you understand the source of the mind, you become a free person. So it is a systematic growth. Suddenly nothing happens. And because this is the subtlest thing to appreciate, because a lot of misunderstandings are there inside the mind. A lot of misunderstanding. This is the problem, no? Misunderstanding alone is the problem. There is no other problem for the human being. To be unhappy, so the misunderstandings alone is the problem. And the misunderstandings do not go away overnight. It takes time. You have to practice it every day. You have to practice it. And if you give priority to this, if you give priority, then things happen over a period of time. If you put the effort in the right direction. So you allow yourself to grow. There's nothing called suddenly happening something. You plant you plant a mango sapling, and the next day you go and find out whether the mangoes are there or not. The fruition, the fruits are there or not in the mango flower. How it will become? It will take its own time. Similarly, when you start inquiry in this direction, it will take its time, but it will happen definitely. It is written. It is in the scripture, and they have experienced it. So there will be otherwise there won't be any solution then. If there is no solution to this problem, if at all this is a problem, the universe is a problem, then it should have a solution also. So this is the solution. There can't be anything any second. So the universe is nothing but one consciousness is the solution. This understanding will take place, provided you are going in the right direction. Rest of the time we'll meditate, sit straight, close your eyes. I will take various names of the various parts of the body. Look at each and every part that I am speaking. Left foot, the toes, left knee, left thigh, right foot, the toes, right knee, right thigh, stomach, chest, back, right palm, fingers, right elbow, right arm, right shoulder, left palm, fingers, left elbow, left arm, left shoulder, neck, back side of the head, right ear, right cheek, left ear, left cheek, mouth, the nose, right eye, left eye, the forehead, top of the head, the hair, the entire body. I am happy with the body, whatever it is, male or female, whatever is the complexion, dark or fair, whatever it is, I am happy with that. Its height, whatever knowledge I have also, I'm very happy with that because the Lord wants me to have this much knowledge. I'm not having the knowledge of many other languages in this world because I'm not born everywhere. I cannot be present everywhere. So wherever I am, whatever I know, I'm very happy with that because any amount of knowledge of a given person doesn't make him immortal. A time is going to come when the body is going to stop being alive. So whatever my knowledge, I'm happy with that. Whatever is the nature of the body, I'm happy with that. Similarly, my past, I'm quite happy with that because that is how it is supposed to be. External world, all over the world, whatever it is, human beings and incidents, objects, whatever is there, present scenario, present changes that have been brought about in the external world, I'm happy with everything. Every culture I am happy with because this is how it's supposed to be. Every religion, so-called religion, I'm happy with that. So I don't have any objection to anything because the Lord wishes things to happen like this. See how the air is entering into the body through the nose. Pay attention. The capacity to keep the body alive is given to the air that you don't see. What do you feel in our nostrils? How the air is entering? Just feel the entry and exit of the air, respiration. Don't control it. Just be grateful to air. Mental worship. Imagine any form. Every form is the form of the Lord. Therefore, because the Lord is all pervasive, so whatever you imagine also, that form is the form of the Lord. Put a flower at the feet of the Lord, prostrate in front, pray, O Lord, give me the capacity to accept whatever I cannot change. Give me the capacity to change whatever I can change, and may I know in each and every situation what I can change and what I cannot change. Doing salutations to the Lord again and again. Om Namah Shivaya. I am repeating the chant. You just hear it. By hearing itself, the chanting takes place. You don't have to do yourself. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Whatever is the product, the cause alone appears like that. The earthenware, the pot, is nothing but clay. Clay alone appears like pot. We call it pot, but it's clay actually. Similarly, the universe is nothing but its source. The pot is nothing but its source, clay. The universe is nothing but its source, the consciousness. Consciousness is the entire universe. Just like in your dream, whatever you see in the dream, it is nothing but the same consciousness. Similarly, the entire universe is also nothing but the same consciousness. I am that consciousness, and everything is that consciousness. It's all pervasive consciousness, free from any change. Waves change but not water. Similarly, the universe changes but not consciousness. I am that consciousness. Everything is that consciousness. Infinity consciousness. Infinity is the nature of the consciousness. Whatever may be the state of the body, whatever may be the state of the mind, it is all consciousness alone. Om Swasti
स्वस्ति
Prajarabhya
प्रजाभ्यः
Paripalayantam
परिपालयन्तां
न्याय्येन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ